What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about, are credit cards a form of investing? And I think we'll go ahead and start with the con arguments, and we'll let Dave Ramsey speak for that, and he'll just say, no, you're an idiot. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What is wrong with you? But just hear me out. I want to have this discussion or this argument today. And first of all, Dave Ramsey does have the facts on his side. Credit cards have ruined the lives of tens of millions of American families. So it's not hard to see what the problem here is. For it's a majority of Americans who carry over credit card debt month to month, then using credit cards is not a good idea for you. If you cannot operate within a budget, if you're using credit cards to live beyond your means, then you should not be using credit cards, full stop. The reason why is because the interest you're paying, the fees you're paying to your credit card will offset the cashback rewards, completely nullifying any benefit to having the card in the first place. Additionally, banks and credit cards make a lot of money off of charging you fees. So if you're the kind of person who has the money, but for whatever reason you occasionally miss payments, you don't pay on time, why you don't have auto pay on, I'm not sure, but there are lots of people who do not pay their bills on time. And if you're assessed any kind of a fee, once again, wipes out any kind of cashback benefit you get from the card. And there are lots of people in the first two categories who might say, I'm good, credit cards are for me, but then you have the third component, and that is overspending. There is plenty of research to show that when you use plastic, especially credit cards, you're likely to spend like 12 to 20% more than you would have otherwise. If you go into a department store, you just buy extra clothes or accessories. If you're at a restaurant, then you order an extra dessert or an extra drink. If it's on a credit card, you're less likely to keep track of what you're spending. There's also less financial friction. That's what they call it. When you pay with cash or when you pay with a debit card, you're, for the average person, less likely to spend as much money. And once again, if you're overspending, you cancel out any kind of cashback benefit that you would get from having a credit card. However, Dave Ramsey would call me delusional, but I believe that I am that person. I have never paid interest to a bank for carrying over a balance. I've never missed a payment ever, and I keep track of a budget. I'm mindful of what I spend. Everything that I spend, I would spend even if I was paying with cash. I don't feel like I'm overspending just because I'm using a plastic card. So if you're in that camp like me, let's go ahead and have the thought discussion of, are credit cards a form of investing? First disclaimer is I'm only talking about no annual fee cards that earn cash back. I made a video talking about the true cost of points and miles credit cards. Basically, if you're paying a high annual fee to earn miles and points, and then you redeem those for a trip that you would not have paid cash for otherwise, then you're not really saving any money. Yes, you're getting something of value, a trip or a hotel night or whatever experience that you want, but you're not really getting extra money in your bank account. You're not saving and investing. You're not paying down other forms of debt. You're getting something of value for sure, but it's not the same when you're earning points and miles and paying a high annual fee. These are some of my favorite no annual fee cashback cards that I've talked a lot about on my channel, and we'll keep it simple in today's example and just talk about the Citi Double Cash. The Citi Double Cash is a no annual fee cashback card where you earn 2% on all purchases across the board, and there is no spending cap. Go ahead and determine what your annual budget would be for your discretionary spending. I estimate that I spend about $20,000 a year, purchases that are eligible to go on a credit card. Obviously, if there's a fee associated like paying your rent or mortgage, if they assess a 3% fee, then using a 2% cashback card doesn't make sense. So just factor in all of the spending that you are going to do no matter what, and then figure out how much cash back would you get if you just had a one credit card setup, the Citi Double Cash. And if I were to spend $20,240, I would get back about $405 in cash back. But what is the equivalent in investing? Let's pretend I were to have $20,000 worth of cash and I were to put that in government bonds, CDs, or high interest savings account earning 2%, then I would have yielded for the entire year $405. Except at the time of the recording of this video, you can't even get 2% on Treasury yields. If you were to buy a 30-year government bond, the yield is only 1.26 right now. Additionally, if you were to get a CD, the best you could do is Marcus by Goldman Sachs. For a 5-year CD, they're giving you 1.9%. And all of the high-interest savings accounts that people love, they've all dropped. The best you can do is a place called Fitness Bank at 1.9. However, with a lot of these accounts, you got to be careful because they have account minimums, they have hidden fees, they have direct deposit requirements. So a lot of these banks, a lot of the trustworthy no catch, no fee banks have already dropped significantly. Even a favorite like Robinhood, for their high interest savings account, it's already dropped down to 0.3% because of Fed rate cuts. So on $20,000 worth of spend, I am getting $405 in cash back. However, if I had 20 grand in the bank in one of these conservative forms of investment, I wouldn't even be getting 2%. Additionally, even if I could get 2% in bonds, CDs, or high interest savings accounts, I would not be netting that $405. The reason why is because on that investment, you have to pay taxes. You would be taxed at your marginal tax bracket. So if you had $40,000 worth of taxable income, you would be in that money that you'd be earning in that account would be at the 22% marginal tax bracket, which means you'd have to pay $89 in taxes on it, and you would only be netting $316. The Citi Double Cash is just the easiest card to understand. The Ducks Unlimited gives you 5% cash back on gas purchases. The Target Red Card gives you 5% cash back on all Target purchases if you want to do your grocery shopping there. Otherwise, the Blue Cash Card gives you 3% cash back at grocery stores. Likewise, there's a series of revolving category cards that all give you 5% cash back. If you could earn 5% yield on a government bond, CD, or high interest savings account, that would be the most popular product that people would be going for right now. But of course, if Dave Ramsey were to see this video, his head would have exploded by now and he would have called me an idiot. And maybe I am. Maybe I am delusional to think that I'm not overspending. I know that I'm not paying interest. I know I will pay my bill every month on time. The only concern for people like me is, am I overspending by using a credit card? And I personally don't think I am. I don't think this applies to me. So for people in a scenario similar to mine, by refusing to use credit cards, by not using them for their simple cashback ability, you're losing money. There's an opportunity cost there. And for me personally, I'm trying to grow my wealth, and it's going to be a combination of things that's going to get me to my financial goals. My IRA, my 401k, buying a home, starting a business, investing in my private brokerage account. And credit cards is one of those investment components. It's something you have to understand, something you have to know and use responsibly, otherwise you're just losing money. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so the algorithm knows it's good. In addition, consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about finance, investing, and credit cards sometimes. And if you have any comments or questions, or there's any topics you'd like me to cover, I'm currently looking for video ideas, so give me a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. And until the next video, take care.